Fall camp is on and popping out there in Lincoln, Nebraska. And one of our favorite parts about spring practice, about fall camp, is the social clips we get out of it. A little peek into the house as to what's going on behind closed doors. During spring ball, we call it propaganda. During fall camp, though, we call it campaigning. During the spring, you're not 110% sure if it's going to correlate or translate or be something real in the fall. But in fall camp, if you're showing us these clips, to me that is advertising, campaigning, on the trail, trying to tell us, hey, watch out for this year. Keep a pulse on this in 2025. And Jacorey Barney making plays on the campaign trail, hot and heavy, behind closed doors, semi-closed doors, I guess, but putting this on the socials for Nebraska for the Cornhusker offense. We'll talk about it right now and show you the clip in a matter of moments. Before we do that, though, Nebraska fans, make sure you're locked in. Make sure you are subscribed. Big year for y'all. Year 3 under Matt Rhule. If you know anything about Matt Rhule, year 3 is that year where things kind of get rolling, get hot and heavy, get elevating. We're going to talk about all of that throughout the course of the year. The best way to make sure you don't miss any of that is by being subscribed. We appreciate you so much in advance for doing that. So without further ado, let's check out this clip from Jacorey Barney during fall camp at Nebraska. Missile out of the sky, one hand, don't need two. Thanks so much. Quick flex on you. Appreciate you being here. Important to note, Jacorey Barney, not the biggest dude. Right around 6 foot. All that, follow how they do rosters in college football. 6 foot is actually probably closer to like 5'10". Wins the one-on-one contested catch. Don't know if that pass from Dylan Rhule or not. If it was, you'd have to think he'd be in the clip. But regardless, big-time play by the guy. Big-time play from a young buck who you're going to count on a lot this year. Was your leading receiver that's returning this year. Wasn't leading receiver a season ago, but your leading returning receiver for 2025. You catch my drift. The play is sick. The play gets you excited. The one hand, the acrobatics, the competitive juice when you get up and have a little celebration. But here's what we do on this show when it comes to spring propaganda and fall campaigning. Take a lot from the little. Okay, so roll with me a little bit here. I think that play in itself is a microcosm of what the next step is for Nebraska. Because what have we told you really since last season ended? Hey, Nebraska, upped their value on that roster a little bit. Hey, that receiver room, they got some dudes now. They got some pieces to elevate Dylan Rhule. Hey, Dana Holgorsen, real deal OC for them, now going to have a full year where he gets to call his offense for those guys. Jacorey Barney flashed as a freshman, now is going to be a true sophomore. If you're rolling your eyes at this and saying, JD, it's one clip. Again, I understand, but I would protest, well, if that doesn't get you excited, I mean, you averaged 6.5 yards a pass last year, 109th in college football. I don't know how far that pass was in the air or the total yards gained. Looked like it was a lot more than 6 to me. JD, it's fall camp. Like, cool, we get it, but what does it actually count for? I don't know, but you scored 22 points a game last year. Jacorey Barney making plays like that, pretty good effort to have that number a little bit higher, if you ask me. I think for Nebraska, when you look at their schedule and just look at what Nebraska has been over the course of the last couple of years, it's not a stretch to say that it's going to come down to close games. What do close games come down to? Moments. Moments of college football, a lot of plays like that. A lot of plays on 3rd and 7 where you need your stud sophomore receiver to go make a big-time catch for you. And I'm not saying that seeing that during fall camp is just something you can bank on now for every single Saturday here going forward. You're going to just magically win close games. But for all the heartbreak Nebraska has had in these one-score spots, I think you would feel a little bit encouraged to see those kinds of things happening right now during fall camp. And the other part of this, too, Jacorey Barney, I mentioned him being a true sophomore. I don't think that him, or really the core nucleus here for Nebraska, is living with what old Nebraska has been. They're not living with all those one-score losses of what has really snake-bitten more or less this program over the course of the last couple of years, dating back to the Scott Frost era. Like now it's year 3 for Matt Rhule. He wasn't around during those 3 and 9 years where you're losing one-score game after one-scoring game. Dylan Rhule, he wasn't around for that. Jacorey Barney, he wasn't around for that. Rocco Spindler, Elijah Pritchett, 2 transfers on the offensive line they're excited about. They weren't around for that. Like Williams Nwaneri wasn't around for that on the defensive side. So you keep talking this through, and you kind of have to say to yourself, like, all right, man, it's got to be a new Nebraska. And plays like that, pieces like this with Jacorey Barney are, I think, cause for optimism. So the task here for Nebraska in year 3 under Matt Rhule is you went from seeing how to win, getting a taste of winning, getting a taste of getting to a bowl game, winning the bowl game, all those things, monkey off the back, awesome. Now you actually go win. There is a difference between doing it once and then making it your identity. Okay, Nebraska, they won a little bit last year. They won a one-score game last year. Now in 2025, It's got to be your identity. And I think that's the next step. And I think a play like that from Jacorey Barney, does that mean Nebraska's going to go win the Big Ten? Does it mean that you're just going to, again, just be undefeated in one-score games? No. But based on what you lacked last year and based on the advertising of what 2025 is supposed to be, better offense, better skilled players, young players elevating, better roster, go win one-score games, a contested catch like that against one of your better DBs and Malcolm Hartzog, who gets the single digit for Nebraska, it's encouraging. So is it campaigning a little bit? Absolutely. But that gets me excited from a Nebraska fan, and the play in itself in a vacuum, regardless of what the period was, whether it's 1-on-1, 7-on-7, 11-on-11, like that play in itself gets me fired up because football's back, baby. All right? So if you're a Nebraska fan, college football sicko, make sure you are subscribed right here to the On3 YouTube channel. College football, nothing but college football year-round, baby. Appreciate y'all being locked in. For Caden Smith on the ones and twos, for myself, JD PicKell, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We will keep this party rolling. We will see y'all next time.